Welcome back to the Bad Influence Podcast Relationship Wednesday, where we tell you the truth about relationships. I'm the bad influence that you need in your life. Yours truly, Jordan Banderas. Brace yourself. I've been the so-called Sancho, the other man, and what I learned about why women cheat will shatter everything you thought you knew, especially as a guy. So before I met my wife, I was the terror. And I'm telling you, I was the terror of married men who wouldn't listen or treat their wives how they should have. I learned that in most cases, cheating isn't about sinful desire. It's a savage scream for unmet needs buried under layers of emotional neglect. That's right, emotional neglect, guys. Listen to that word. If you don't understand it, I'm not trying to be a dick. Look the definition of that because you're going to learn about it today. Here's the thing. Every woman I slept with that was married was starving for genuine attention, raw validation, and fiery passion. Society paints infidelity as a moral failure, but that's bullshit because it's an intimacy failure. I heard silent cries hidden in their stress, grief masked by laughter, and desperation disguised as flirting. Each whisper confession revealed a deeper truth. They didn't cheat just because. No, they didn't. And I don't care what you say. This is based on what I saw. What I saw was that their men were not giving them what they needed. I mean, how do you approach your man and say, hey, you're not giving me emotional safety? A lot of men are not ready for that conversation. No, no, you're not. Because if you were ready, you will see the problem. I know, mind blown, right? And that is so true. But listen to what I'm about to say. Emotional starvation drives people to desperate measures. I saw it in their eyes. The way they searched my face for acknowledgement, their men refused to give. The label Sancho or side piece reduces their pain to scandal, ignoring the gaping wounds behind the betrayal. In a lot of cases, when women cheat, and I need you to understand this, I need you to listen to this. In a lot of cases, not every case is the same. So don't put every woman in the same box because that's not going to work. But anyway, they're not hunting novelty. They're hunting life, breath, and connection. So ask yourself, have you been truly present? Really tuning into their heartbeat rather than scheduling her pain? If you haven't, you've been building the walls they ultimately tore down. My role wasn't heroic seduction. It was paid attention, a lifeline tossed to someone sinking in loneliness. Cheating is the last cry for help in a lot of cases, never a casual whim. Neglect isn't missing anniversaries. It's overlooking daily whispers of need. Every unreturned "how are you?" every distracted glance is a break in the wall trapping her heart. Feel that weight. When you ignore her unspoken plea, you push her towards someone who listens. Validation is more intoxicating than any drug because it touches the soul. Here's the information you need in order to have the best relationship so your partner doesn't start wondering if there's better out there. This is going to be hard for a lot of you guys. But guess what? Put on your big boy pants and you need to stop controlling. Start connecting. If you want loyalty, cultivate intimacy. First, master radical listening. I know that a lot of guys out there say, don't listen to your woman, take the red pill, all this bullshit. But then the relationships don't work because they don't listen. So drop the impulse to fix and lean in to feel. Set an intention before every conversation. My only job right now is to hear her truth. Silence your phone. Shut notifications and face her fully. Your presence is the rarest gift you can give her. Another thing that you need to do, and it's hard for a lot of guys, I know it was hard for me, practice active silence. Not maintain eye contact and resist the urge to rescue. Validation isn't agreement. It's saying, I see you. I hear you. You matter. Ask open-ended questions as well. How did that hurt feel in your chest? What did your heart long for? Then pause. Let her words land. I know this is going to be hard because as guys, we're not wired like this. But guess what? This is what relationships need. If your relationship is working, even though you're not doing this, then good for you. Because like I say, in some of the cases that I have seen, the woman is asking for this. Now, here's why you need to do this. A thoughtful pause signals respect. That's right. Next, ignite passion through novelty. Break routines with spontaneous adventures. Surprise her with curiosity, not choreographed gifts. Because a lot of guys always do the same gift. A teddy bear, roses, diamonds, all of this. But what if you go on a walk? What if you go on a hike if you can? Or just drive around the city, right? Something where it's just you and her and you guys can talk and create, I don't know, memories. Also a midnight drive, a blunt confession, or dancing in the kitchen. It's important to do this because guess what? Doing this sparks dopamine and oxytocin, rewiring intimacy, creating the connection you're looking for. Another thing, abolish assumptions. Never presume you know what she needs next. Check in daily. What do you need from me today? Then deliver without hesitation. Fourth, oil your own emotional engine. Heal your wounds to show up fully. And I know, guys, I know this is hard. But if you need therapy because you had a fucked up childhood and you don't know how to be in a good relationship, you need help. Why do I say that? Because I needed help and I got the help. So therapy, journaling, or honest self-conversations will help you. And another thing, when it comes to relationships, and what I'm talking about today is that a lot of guys don't want to be vulnerable with their wives or their girlfriends because they think it's weakness. But here's the thing, vulnerability is strength, not weakness. And I need you to understand that. Because if you are not vulnerable with your partner, how do you expect them to be vulnerable with you? This is a two-way street. I have said this before. This is a two-way street. You give and you receive. Giving and the other person reciprocates. So you have to understand that this is how relationships work nowadays. Maybe in the 50s, 60s, 70s, it wasn't like that. But in 2025, this helps a lot. Fifth, build a romance ritual. Daily check-ins that treat emotional safety as sacred ground. Make your relationship a sanctuary where authenticity is rewarded, not ridiculed. 6. Reframe jealousy. Oh, that one is going to be hard even for women. It's not toxic. Jealousy itself is not toxic. It's a warning that something precious is at risk. So investigate. Don't accuse. You can just say, I feel anxious when you were distant. Can we talk about that? Do you see how that sounds? It doesn't sound bad because you're saying, hey, I want to talk about this. I want to have a conversation about this problem. And there's nothing wrong with that. Engage empathy. Don't escalate conflict. 7. Cultivate emotional intelligence. Ooh, this is going to be hard. It was hard for me. Emotional intelligence, I don't know why it's not being taught in schools, which I believe that it should. Because we don't learn that at home, so we should learn it somewhere, especially if there's, like someone that can actually teach us the right way. But anyway, expand your vocabulary of feelings to deepen connection. That's right. You have to expand your vocabulary when it comes to feelings, and that way you can actually create the connection you're starved of. Acknowledge tears, tremors, and unspoken sighs. I don't know if that's how you say it, but my accent sometimes betrays me. But anyway, when you do this, they're the doorways to her inner world. 8. Normalize discomfort. Lean into tough conversations. Comfort zones kill intimacy. Discomfort is proof you're dismantling old patterns and building new bonds. 9. Celebrate micro wins. When you just listen, honor it. Positive reinforcement cements new habits. 10. Commit to presence. Show up consistently, proving daily that her heart matters more than your ego. And I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. You as a guy must understand the stakes. Relationships starve for attention. Neglected and betrayal fills the vacuum. This isn't theory. No, it's not. It's a proven strategy to prevent the very wounds I witnessed as a Sancho. 11. Adopt an accountability mindset. Both partners share responsibility for emotional health. So stop shaming the symptom, cheating, and start diagnosing the disease, neglect, and silence. Here's the bold truth. Fidelity isn't a promise on a ring. It's nurtured through relentless emotional nourishment. So tonight, when you go home, after work, after the gym, or after whatever you like to do, have the courageous conversation you've been avoiding. Ask her what she truly needs. Then listen without defense. Witness the power of your undivided attention as trust blossoms and old wounds begin to heal. Across cultures, borders, and backgrounds, the hunger for genuine connection is universal. Your ears can rewrite any relationship's fate. So go out there, silence the fixer in you, lean in with unyielding presence, and watch your bond become unbreakable, especially right now with all the distractions that we have. We have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all this social media that it's full of women that are showing us their body, and that there's nothing wrong with that, but it causes distractions from what we have at home. So this is your call to action. Choose daily devotion over complacency. And when I say devotion, I don't mean like kiss her feet. Just pay attention to her. She's your wife. She's the girlfriend that has been living with you for years and putting up with your bullshit. So at least give her something in return. Give her that raw connection over hollow rituals and radical listening over quick fixes. Because love demands more than answers. Rise to this challenge. Be a fucking man. And transform your relationship through the unstoppable, world-shaking power of truly hearing her. Share this truth with billions. Loyalty springs from attention, not obligation. Make listening your legacy. And remember, the choice is yours. And that's it for today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out an episode. And have a great day.